Let's Play. And my Let's Plays are me playing. No analysis, no review going on here. I'm just enjoying exploring. One of the things I want to do first here is talk to Trade Envoy Mundargar, because it turns out that he has the ship that I ultimately want. And I think he knows it at this point because I've checked out his ship a number of times. I'm going to look at it again. I have no confirmation of this, but I have this sort of idea that if you ping a ship pilot, they will show up to try and sell you their ship more often, and if you don't engage with them, they'll show up less often. With two ships I'm interested in, one is a little one-person fighter, and this one, that's what I've been doing. Now with this one, here's the deal. This thing is way out of reach, and it's ridiculous that I want it. In fact, I think I recorded the first time I saw it in one of these items, and it's there's a bit of bling going on. But see, the thing is, over time, the color mix has really gotten to me in a good way. And I think someday I want that ship. Now here's another thing that's interesting. As I've been tracking the prices of these ships, I've been slowly growing with, what do they call it? Standing is what they call it here with the gek, the species. And the price is definitely going down, in some cases significantly. It's also tied to the number of slots, of expansion slots. And I'm also starting to tally the number of spaces left free. Someday, so every time you, let's see, so the same starship captains will actually return again and again. In fact, if you're on the space station, there will be cases where one of them leaves and another instance of the same ship and the same pilot has landed on the pad before the one has left the bay. So there's weirdness going on, but each time that changeover happens, it's a new instance. What I mean by that is the number of slots differs. The price, of course, differs slightly based on the number of slots. And the inclusion of different elements in those slots differs. And that's important because it turns out you cannot remove devices from slots that they're in. And I actually want as few of those filled as possible so that I can fill... I'm a minimalist. You know, and the fact that spaces are such a big deal probably exacerbates things. But so, visually, skin-wise, and size-wise, this is the ship I want. I've seen this ship as large, having as much as 32 slots, I believe. I saw it once with the Zumyokina S38. I saw a version once with 32 slots. This one has 27. Looking at my list here. Well, that's, you know, I'm going to write it down because it's absolutely going down in price. To $395. 27 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 free. 19 slots free. Because those are what you're really paying for. Here's another thing. I have a bunch of units, as you can see, but I have not yet built my hyperdrive. Yes, I am in the very system I've started out in. Part of that is because this planet that I've discovered is extremely interesting. And then I discovered another one that's beautiful and sublime and comforting in another way. It's just a beautiful place to explore, even though it doesn't have nearly the density of resources, etc. So I'm not in any hurry to leave. One thing I don't know, and eventually I'm probably going to test, is whether or not if you buy once you're ready to build your hyperdrive, if you buy a ship with a hyperdrive, are you good to go? Can you simply stock that thing up and take off, or is it going to, screw everything up? I have no idea, but I'm out to buy a ship with a hyperdrive at this point. And there were no hyperdrives on the ships until I got that quest. So that's hopeful. I'm going to let this guy go. take another quick look at the ship here. I love the color scheme. I love the size. It's gangly but beautiful. I love this ship. This is the one. And it's from my first round, it seems clear to me that each world, each each system, each instance has its own set of ships that eventually start to show up again and again and again. Your field kind of narrows down to 6, or less, like 4 ships that start to show up over and over forever. Like this one, which is the other one I'm seriously looking at. The problem with all of these has been too many slots taken up in the first place. But let's take a look at this one. 18 slots, okay, and that's actually, last time I saw it, it was with 17 slots. See, that's funny. I have one on record here earlier, 18 slots for 400,000. So I've, my prospects have improved. Now here's the deal. I don't know that anyone cares but me. I don't use my photon cannon. At least I prefer to have this slot and this slot removed. I'm sure, probably what it is they're useful for combat, but I don't use them. What I do have is a ship with the original tried and true old trusty, a ship with potentially 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 slots free. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 slots free. I cannot remove any of this gear. I can only expand at the expense of a slot. So still, I'm not going to buy this one, although it's extremely enticing, because it would tide me over, until I could get the one that I want. Then again, with, on a sort of a petty level, I guess, with someone else clearly exploring the system, there's a remote possibility that if they end up getting shown the same ships, they'll eventually choose the ship, the one I really want. And it'll stop appearing, presumably. So I don't want that to happen either. So see, look, that one just left, and its identical twin appears. Just for fun, let's actually see what the difference is. Same pilot. It's great. Generative games for the something, if not win, something. Let's take a look. Is it identical? Is it different? 18 slots. But look! This one has an additional piece of gear. I don't know which, but it has 4. No. 1, 2... I don't know what's going on. It's filling up one more slot, though. So, useless, okay? But they do change from instance to instance, which is why, as you get in, in the zone where you have the cache, it probably pays to examine each instance that shows up. Now, that's part 1 of this whole deal. Part 2 is that I am on this sort of long wander, not north. There is no, well, I guess technically, no, there is no north. But this planet is Kainadren, and it's my, sort of the home of my heart, as opposed to my character's heart. It's a beautiful planet. It's the one with the sort of grassy wheat fields, the island planet where the monolith shot from an earlier Let's Play was taken. It's beautiful, but it doesn't have the density of resources. But what I am using it, since it does show up on the horizon seemingly consistently, is I'm using it as my north. I'm heading in that direction. And there are a few things I'm trying to do. For instance, it turns out that I am on a quest for, my gosh, I've got a lot of ruins in my, look at these guys. Hold on a moment. I know who this guy is, but all but 1 or 2 species are relatively docile in this world, but the species that is not, the carnivore, is vicious and aggressive and gives me a lot of grief. I'm sure we'll run across him. So, there's a crashed ship. If I scavenge this crashed ship, I can get a ship for free, assuming it has, you know, the right number of slots. And as we've discussed, that's not necessarily an easy, you know, not necessarily a sure thing. Last one I looked at actually had this shell, this skin, but it had, I think, even fewer empty slots. So I'm headed in that direction. I'm headed towards these ruins. I'm working my way north on the planet's surface, but I've got this stuff, and I've found over and over again that I get better prices or offers on the space station. Not always, but sometimes the offers given are so above and beyond the going market rate that it's crazy not to be there for that, like 100% over. If I fly up there to do it, I have the reason, you know, it's not a problem to do that. It takes a little bit of time. But then I have no consistent way that I can find to get back down to where I am. I have to fly down to the center point and strike my way northward again. Now, maybe that's just something I should get in the habit of doing. You know what? I've come to a decision. That's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going, and in this Let's Play, we're just going to roll with it. You know, you can come along for the ride as long as the video signal doesn't get mangled. Look at that. Sitting on the pad, and incoming is another instance. Let's see how many slots this one has just for fun. So bizarre. I mean, you know, in terms of lore, generative lore, here's what I would say my character is thinking at this point. This starship captain is showing up in multiple quantum instances, and I don't know what it means yet, but I'm aware of it, and you know, well, I mean, and I have to call it what it is. I mean, these are duplicate instances. Okay, let's take a look at this item, this ship, this instance, as it were. 17 slots, and look, it's like you're filling more of them. It's like he's trying, he knows I'm not going to go for it. All right. I'm going to strike my way north, get to this crash site, maybe stop at a few interesting places along the way, and then head up to the station. Okay, so I'm going to clear some space as I go. You can't trade things down here unless they're in your main sort of compartment. Okay, northward we go. Now really, we need to veer off course a bit, and that is okay because we're on a mission. So there's a ruin. Should we check out this ruin? It's relatively close. That one's quote-unquote an hour away, but that's at my current speed. Let's look at some of our other ruins here. Kind of fun. 11 minutes. I have found the beacons to be very useful. Okay, these are all almost equidistant. And you know what? I'm pretty sure if and when I leave the planet's surface, they're going to go away. Which is unfortunate, but... Alright, we'll check out this one. Now, you cannot save your location. So I'm on a lore quest. I'm digging deep into Gek lore. And this world, which is Gek Kurag, named by myself, is is dense with it. Even though it looks a little desolate at a glance, some of my early videos will show that there's a lot going on here. So I tend to sort of scan down below. Now, oh, this is, oh, good, okay. Oh, weird. All right, so here's the deal. You cannot save your location from a ruin, I think, or from a here we go. Long and short of it is you need one of these little beacons and flags. Darn it, I'm not going to be able to land. No, not. Oh dear. You never know. Oh good. I think, yes, I'm on this giant mesa. So basically you have to save. Here's one of the reasons I love Gek Kurag. There is a an expansion pod. You know why I don't need to go there? Because I've already used them to fill all of my exosuit slots. So I'm passing them by now. I wish actually that once you'd fill your exosuit slots, they would let you fill your ship slots or your or you know, expand on your multi-tool slots. So what I'm doing here is I'm simply marking my location, the Frani Badlands. Restore point. Look at that icon, by the way. Looks a little bit like a transporter. That again, in sort of the in the lore of the world, what I feel that means is that it is reconstituting my you know, a quantum reality. Oh, nice. Okay. So now that I'm there, he's there to view my handiwork. Okay, now that I'm there, I can make my way to the actual ruin, which I think is like, oh come on, autofocus is not far away. Not going to mess with those. In order to affect them, you need to have a bolt caster, and I'm again them. I'm all about the mining ray, so okay, so here's the thing. Now that I've saved my location back there, I can land here and have some, you know, theoretical possibility of getting here again someday. Oh. Now, I've gotten a little bit, if I panic at a certain point and flip out because there's a carnivorous, bulb-faced creature, I'll show you what he looks like, actually. This thing is horrifying. And what's weird about it is, you know, I name things the Atlas given name for the most part, certainly animals and plants. But there's another one. Oh wait, it has a different name. Wait, no, here we go. Oh, come on. Okay, same name. Vicious carnivore. Come on. Same name, vicious carnivore. Vicious carnivore. Now, I first encountered this monstrosity. Look at that. I mean, the face. You know, this is a Lovecraft dinosaur. This is like Cthulhu Rex or something. And if I were, you know, if I were of that nature, that's what I would have named it. But so I've encountered this guy a grand total of, I think, twice to maybe 3 times. This guy I've encountered easily twice as often, possibly more than that. And he's terrifying because he's so thoroughly alien and disgusting. And it's bizarre to me that they have the same exact name. So anyway, when I land, the first thing I do is look around and see if I'm about to be attacked by this disgusting thing. Everything else, relatively docile. Wait, what? Oh wow, far out. Okay. All right. Oh geez. Okay, we're good. Fire. If I pause on these, it is because I am writing these down as quickly as I can, since they don't wait for you to acknowledge them before disappearing. fire. I have written down way too many Gek words at this point, but they are definitely pointing me in the direction of the lore of the Gek. I'll read some of them off. I've also, at some of the monoliths, recovered a good 8 or 9 Atlas words. But we'll wait with that for now. First word at this ruin is the Gek word for fire. What is this? In another video, another of my Let's Plays, I talk about sort of the deductive world building that answers the question of why these ruins across cultures are so architecturally similar. They obviously use a similar architectural language. They use similar architectural forms. They look as though they're made and hewn out of massive, I know exactly what that was, massive stone chunks. But in another video, I talk about the possibility from our own studies of some interesting human ruins that another way to do this is to cast molten stone into molds to build your monolithic pieces. So I am deducing that the Atlas constructed these as in its process of cataloging the known galaxy as repositories of those civilizations. Now, there are a couple of kinks in that. One I've discovered so far is that I found a stone which said that the Gek had imbued, I think it was basically that they had imbued their memories into the stone itself. The imbuing of memories doesn't give us any problems because we can easily imagine Atlas or the kind of funny. Ho, ho, ho. I think I'm going to try and stand still when I do those. Anyway, we can imagine Atlas crafting some material out of molten crystal or silicate matter or what have you that is essentially a hyperdense storage medium that's also a building medium, and using it to cast these monoliths as well as ruins. Notice, by the way, the Knowledge Stone has a visual language, an architectural language, more similar to the monoliths than these ruins, which have a different kind of a Mediterranean style. You know, when I think about it, these are almost like a caricature. You know, and again, I'm thinking in world, in lore, deductive world building. It is as if this is a synthetic mind's version of what a traditional architecture language feels and looks like, right? So that reinforces the idea that Atlas perhaps designed these ruins. Maybe what I should be doing is sort of hovering and wandering around and panning around these as we talk about it. But the Gek clearly were able to imbue their memories into some of the monoliths around here. Now, it could be that it's a two-way street, and Atlas came up with the material, came up with the structures, and those species that found themselves on these worlds utilized them. It's as if you run across, it's like running across a blank notebook or something. You might pick it up and start to write in it, even though you did not obviously create the notebook and you don't necessarily know who did. All right, let's see what word we have here. Resource. Okay. The Gek storyline is growing more and more disturbing. One thing I am discovering... By the way, I've also found that the caves here on Gekurag are seem to be free of creatures and are relatively simple compared to some of the ones I've seen on other worlds. So they're really good for mining in that sense. It's always it's always good to check out your caves before spending too much time in them to see how they manifest themselves on your given planet. Now, so the Gek storyline Oh, so this is like a Gek effigy head. From videos, as a metagamer, I've seen that other races and species have the Gek head as well, even if the monolith or ruin is theirs and contains their lore. What was that? There are creatures that attack me at odd instances, and I'm just glad they don't kill me, I guess. At any rate, this is clearly, to me, a Gek head. I can see the spines and the beak, rather. Okay, so the Gek storyline, as far as I can gather, the Gek originally were a species of galaxy conquerors. Perhaps they were reptilian, perhaps they were monstrous. I deduce that the Gek we know now as simple traders and very, very docile, you know, hanging out forever in their little technology pods with you know, very little hope of seeing anyone. Those are I think that those are essentially like a not a devolved version of the Gek, but simply resistant. Gek who were resistant to this sort of galaxy conquering scheme. And so they, well anyway, let's just forget it. Let's just explore the lore and we'll kind of pick it up as we go. I haven't recorded a bunch of this, so the other way to see all these things is to find yourself a Gek homeworld that allows you exploration of a huge number of ruins and spending a bunch of time doing it, I guess. Okay. Ooh, barely. Yep. I'm better, but I am not perfect at it yet. Okay, so this orb is of monolithic design. I'm gonna roll with the hypothesis. Oh, I have not activated that. I should do it now, or I'm gonna forget. All right. I think there's a megafauna over there. Anyway, you know, this object to me, this pedestal to me, partially from the pattern embedded in it, cues me that this is an atlas of atlas design. Not bad, a little better. Definitely takes practice, and you definitely take some knocks doing it. Large. Okay, I don't know how many Gek words I have at this point, but it's almost a wonder, you know, that I don't understand everything. I wonder if I can get my temperature. I gotta get my temperature down, and I can do that in the ruin, but let's get over there first. I can hear myself. Can you hear me shivering? Comforting, right? Oops, wait. Nice. Okay, let's do this. See, here you go. This is a ruin. This is a pedestal in the ruins pattern language. This is a pedestal in the Atlas pattern language. Don't quite know what that means yet. Flickering emblems. I'm not going to read these out loud, but I'm going to read them quietly to myself, and I'm not going to forward until they're read. Okay, so the first spawn appear to be what the Gek were in their original galaxy conquering version. I don't know if those are related to the eldritch goo that we found in some of the abandoned outposts, but I think it's possible. The Vy'keen, another species, and the Sentinels undertook an attack. In the prior ruin, the piece of lore suggested that at least the Vy'keen and the Gek, the spawn Gek, we'll call them, were locked in conflict when the Sentinels and Atlas perceived their conflicted nature and attacked, chose that moment to attack. For whatever reason, apparently, the Vy'keen focused in on the Sentinels and are to this day. The first spawn receded and presumably seeded this galaxy with this sort of infectious disease or whatever the goo is, the eldritch spawn. Okay. Word is stop. Oh, good. Okay, so that's another thing about Gek Kurag, is that was a nighttime, the cold was a nighttime issue, and nighttime is over, so I'm good. I'm going to fly over there just in case, but I think that is it. I don't know if there are any other language stones. Usually there's at least one more. It may be on the bottom floor. Do you see why it takes me a while to get anywhere? I don't usually talk so much, but I do also think this is going to be my last chance to do, a Let's Play, to have a chunk of time to do this for a while. So I thought, what the heck? I'd give it a try. Wait, no. Get the hang of starting and running. Ah! Okay, here we go. Good, not bad. Okay, so if it were still cold, I would go in here, and it would sort of, nice. It would warm me up. Any shelter will tend to do that. I do hope that they expand the field of view. I agree with those people who say it feels a little too tight. It'd be nice if it was modifiable. I don't see any other language stones. Look around for these disgusting creatures. I really should memorize their name for as much sort of terror they strike into me. Oops, they are Troy Iadamor. Troy, I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna... Okay, I'm at the ruin. I assume when I leave here... Good. So that beacon will disappear from my wayfinder. I'm on my own. I'm going to peek in this cavern just to test my hypothesis. I'm looking for signs of life. If I see life, I know my hypothesis is wrong and that that's a risk. But they tend to poke back out of the mountainside with some frequency, which is really nice. Because it means you can just kind of skim along the perimeter of them, mining as you go. Okay. Well, never look a gift thorium in the mouth. Plutonium in the mouth. I'm surprised I haven't run into thorium yet, actually. I think that would be better than plutonium as an element. Alright, geez. So, again, crashed ship. Now let's check these out. I think they're all too far away. 11 minutes. I'm not going to go that far off track, am I? I mean, I could get there quickly enough. I tell you what. What we're going to do is we're going to skip down below. We're going to go to one more ruin. We're going to go to that crashed ship, and then we're going to go to the space station, alright? So here's how we're going to do this. We are going to speed up. And we're not going to look down at anything else there. Oh, wait. So I break for monoliths. Now, I also need to get in a better habit of orbiting the site. Alright, I still have not gotten the hang of how to really bank and turn around and get to where I'm trying to go. I'm not the best at these. These all seem to have a kind of a puzzle to them, and I would say I deliver the answer that this thing wants. Maybe. See, by the way, over here is a language stone. Earlier the other night I was going to all of these. I'm no longer messing with those, partly because my goal is to ignite beacons. Oh shoot, I'm out. Do you see that? Not a chance. I'm out. I'm out of here. Not a chance. Okay, I'm gone. Sorry. Maybe later. Never, never, never. I hate them. Like, even the tiny... You know, it just goes to show you that it's just before this game, there simply weren't games for players like me. Not many. But the fact of the matter is, I just want to explore. Literally, I just want to explore. Every time, even, you know, I mean, I've killed all those. I don't think they've killed me once. But I'm not down with it. I'm not up for it, you know? I don't want to, that's not what I want to do. Now, what it does do is it does add a level of tension. Is that the one? 10 minutes away? I must have been... Alright, I'm going to speed up. It adds a level of tension. You know, as you can see now, the first thing I do, I also break for these, actually. Unfortunately, these do not have beacons, so I can't save my location. I'm hoping that visiting it is enough. One thing I know it's enough for is to search for any boxes or packets of... Aha! What do we have? This ship I like a lot too, I have to say. Let's take a look. $18 slots, $3.19. 11 slots open. That's an interesting one. I mean, I'm waiting for one to show up that doesn't even mess with these. But given how sort of militant most players are, you know, interested in dogfighting and stuff like that, I'm not, you know, I don't think I'm going to see many. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So basically this has the same number of slots open. Oh, I didn't realize you could rotate it. Well, geez. Same number of slots open as mine. I love the asymmetry of it. You know, it would be something to tide... It's a vanity thing. I mean, it would be something to tide me over until I could get the one I really want. And it would set me up so that if I had to fight, I could. The Egochiv S85. I'm going to compare them in a second. Looking at some of the other ones. 18. What do we got? 319, 4, 18 slots. So I've seen a little lower. 306 for 18 today. I mean, it doesn't matter much. It's on the low end though. It comes to about, wait, so you can actually calculate the cost per slot at that rate. I'm not going to worry about it. What I will do is compare them. I'm not really going to do this, am I? Well, let's take a look. 15 slots. See, I like it simple. Look at that. You got your deflector shield, your pulse engine, your launch, you need that to get off the ground. You only need the pulse engine to speed up in space, and I find I only need that to approach a planet or approach the space station. You got your photon cannon, that does too, and that's where I draw the line. These guys have added phase beam, which is a mining tool in space. If I had my druther, if I could build build one custom, or sort of request from the universe that one of these show up, it would have phase beam only and not have the photon cannons. Phase beam is an add-on. I'm a miner at heart, you know. I think, you know, you can get things to increase the power of the phase beam, but I don't think there's a need to pew pew, right? If you don't have to. Anyway, you know, this is actually tempting because it would make only the smallest dent in my this is the only other one I've been looking at. Well, that's not true. I was looking at the little snub fighter, but I have to say I actually really like the shape and feel of this one, and it's kind of more in keeping with the one I ultimately want to get. You know, it might really kind of tide me over for longer, emotionally, right, intellectually. It has a personality to it. The asymmetry helps with that. So this would, you know, make a little bit of a dent in my units, my resources, but not much. And when I'm talking about building my way to billions, not billions, but, you know, 4 times as much as I have, because I don't want to buy one. There's another thing. I don't want to buy one until I have, let's say, at least twice as much as the asking price. At least. I mean, that's, you know, a close shave to me. I'd want it to be like a quarter or a third of the asking price of, you know, the asking price, a quarter or a third of what I have, to feel comfortable with the decision. So I had been thinking about getting a transitional ship to tide me over, and the snub ship was going to be that one. But, you know, I really like this. Apparently, supposedly, it has increased. I think this is navigation or movement control. Actually, that could be really helpful. If this means that the thing can land better, I would be all over that. The other thing this would do is that I could end, you know, I could do this during this session, kind of go out on a high, and I think I might be about to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Could put a packet of thamium and plutonium up here, because they're sort of, and then all of this is cargo. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Why not? What the heck? I mean, it doesn't even put me under 1 million, so price is pretty good. Just for fun, I'm going to calculate the cost per slot. We have 319 divided by 18 equals 17 per slot. 319 divided by 11, the actual open slots, is 29 per slot. The last slot I purchased in my suit was 30,000. The one before that was 20,000. And the one before that was 10. Every single one of them were worth it. So on that level, this is doable. This is worth doing. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I haven't done this before. This is really weird. What does pulse engine charge with? Thamium. That's okay. I can get that. That's okay. I'm good. I'm good. All right. All right. Let's do this. Really weird. Now, what we're gonna find out is if this screws up my quest, if it allows me to do this, you know, without building my own hyperdrive. Here's another reason I wanted to do this, is the cost of the elements to build your hyperdrive are is not insignificant. It's grand total maybe 100,000 or something. So that's a third of the asking price of this thing. So if I buy one with a hyperdrive already installed in it, it's not bad, right? Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? Let's do it. What the heck? What do we have here, by the way? Is this increased rate? Okay. Pew, 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 pew. All right. We're going to do this. I don't believe we're going to do this. How are we going to do this? I don't believe it. Transfer items. How are we... Is this... Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're going to do this. I want to move that around. I'll move it later. It's okay. Moving into place. I don't believe this. This is kind of cool. I'm glad I'm recording it. I'm glad it just kind of happened. I really hope that I was right in guessing that this had greater navigational perks. This, by the way, that item, this is a deep lore item. I believe that the main character of the story, that we, the no-man, Akaraza in my case, that we are Korvax creatures. Okay, we'll get to that. I am doing it. I'm doing this. I'm going to do it. Okay, so I don't get Bumpkiss for this. It goes and is gone. That's it. If I had an infinite amount of time, I might reshuffle it to get another layout, but I'm ready. I'm ready. This is it. I'm ready to go. I'm ready with this. Am I ready? I'm ready. Am I really ready? All right, screw it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Here we go. I can't believe this. Can't believe this. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? That's so cool. My ship's gone too. My old little mud skipper. Look at this baby. This is fun. It's fun because I can hang on to this and have some fun and not stress about when I get the ship of my dreams. And I hope that either the types of, certainly there are enough of all of them flying around that the types of ships in a system should be freely available, right? What's going on here? What am I trying to do? That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. The planet here, the planet Selena, named by the mysterious Celits. That's all I know. And he took the default name. Yes, the fact that the system is called Informolocopy is all down to Celits. If I had my druthers, but if I was faster on the draw, I would have changed that. Anyway, I'm really excited. I really also hope this thing handles better. It looks like it handles better, right? Look at that baby. Look, it's like a little grasshopper. Oh my god. Okay. Oh my god, there's my ship. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe it. You are kidding me. Okay, what I was going to say was, I really hope that I can still get the ship of my dreams in the fullness of time. And that by that time, my standing with the Gek is so... what? Oh, wow, did you see the hatch flip up? And I hopped out? That's bizarre. That's awesome. I hope my standing with the Gek is such that I can't believe I have a new starship. I'm really kind of excited. It's ridiculous. It's totally stupid. I hope my standing with the Gek is such that I have an even lower price on the ship of my dreams. But you know what? I have this, so in this game, one of the weird things about it is that you get these experiences, and oh, that's funny. This is now for sale on another pad. That's beautiful. Oh, that's cute. That's bittersweet. Mental picture. And over here we have, oh yeah, baby, your starship. How poetic. I can't wait to see how it looks on Kaina Dren. Anyway, okay, what am I talking about? So yeah, there's the one I was thinking about getting. But you know what? I'm totally thrilled, actually, to have this baby. I hope that there are obviously a number, obviously a lot of these instances show up on any given world. I sincerely hope that I have the chance to buy the ship of my dreams when the time comes, that purchasing it does not somehow remove it from reality in the game. I guess I'll find out soon enough, because either this ship will stop showing up on the pad or it won't. And actually just saying it out loud and just seeing that this guy's showing up now suggests to me that yes, indeed, that's exactly how it works, and we're never going to see this ship again. So generative design has some interesting consequences, and these consequences have emotional impacts. When I experience this, even though it's a stupid little game and it's like, out of generative components, there's a genuine feeling. It's either a genuine feeling of fear, like when I was lost in a cave, even though it was just a generative cave, right? When that Thole creature attacked me, I'm fascinated by it because it's absolutely genuine, It's genuine in the sense that there's a heart palpitation, you feel, you think. Look at that! It's the Ageokiv. The Ageokiv S85. Alright. Okay. Oh my god, did you see the thing pop down? That's so cool. Okay. Ridiculous. Let's go. Alright, I need to do some restocking. Ooh, I think... Oh my gosh, what's going on? Ah! This moves at a slightly faster clip. Maybe. I hope. Oh, it definitely maneuvers better. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is already completely worth it. Oh my gosh. Okay. Alright. So, I am looking for... Wow, I can see the top of my cockpit. This is awesome! Okay. Onwards. Oh, and ironically... That's where we were headed. So... A crashed ship allows you to potentially salvage the wreck that you find there. And you can do exactly what I did just now without spending any money if you're okay with the stats of the ship that you found. But oh my gosh, oh yeah, that's good. You know what? I'm going to let this go. Although I need to reach a destination or I'm going to have that thing forever. Actually... I might leave it there because if it does stay behind, it'll be good for wayfinding. This thing really tips nicely. I really like this. I really do. God, feel that. Not bad. Not bad. And a freighter is going to be much less maneuverable. I mean, there's not much space here. I really do want a freighter ultimately. Because I am an archaeologist, a sampler at heart. All these dots and icons on the screen, by the way, are actually the product of hard work. I've had to bring those up and try and keep them there because they really don't, they're not necessarily persistent. Tell you what, we're going to go take a look at the crash. This is generative, okay? So that means one of two things. Oh wait, I need to... Wow, my new ship. Ooh, pulse engine, right. See, in theory, I think I only need that to get off the planet. But, I only need one pod of this stuff. 1 second. Oh, nice. Let's take a look here. And then this is going to charge up later. All right, we're ready to go. What I was saying was, you find the ship there. Okay, generative. Okay, what does it mean for? What does generative design mean? Let's take a look. Oh man, I feel like it's just. I mean, it feels completely different. It's so weird. It really does feel. It really, really responds. I'm loving it. Oh, this one is secured. I can tell. Let's try what I could never seem to do before. Yeah, it's still hard to circle a spot and see that spot. And I don't know if that's me or the game or what. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about that one because I don't have to. Whatever. If something is generated upon encounter, consider quantum reality. Something does not exist until it is perceived, right? And in that moment, reality, the quantum field collapses, and you have the situation. You have the reality of the situation. This is an eldritch site, by the way. I can tell that by looking at it. Maybe I'll land. I do want to have a few waysides. What am I doing? Come on. All right, let's try this. Let's try this approach. Ah, phooey. Oh well. Anyway, whatever. Okay, if something is created when you perceive it, here's the deal. If I were to land and hop out of my ship, every time you hop out of your ship, the game saves. This thing can fly upside down for an extended period. That could be handy, perhaps, someday. Oh, nice. What's going on? Why is my phase beam not working? I don't even see it. Maybe because I'm not in space? That's really weird. Anyway. Say I land, the game saves when I hop out. I walk to the crash site. I look over the cliff and I see the ship there. And the ship is a certain make and model and design. Okay. Now say I back up, restore the save, hop out of my ship, run to the crash site. Is it going to be a different design or the same design? I have experienced both scenarios in No Man's Sky so far. Last night I experienced a crate that I actually feel a little what's the word, insecure if I don't save my location every once in a while. So I'm going to go ahead and land here. There we go. Come on. There we are. Not bad. Nice. Different sounds and everything. Wow. Oh, I'm immediately dropped on the ground, which actually has its pros and cons, because now if let's call him Bogglehead, if Bogglehead was around, he would instantly be able to come after me. I can run up and grab a word. Alright, first things first, save your place. So the quantum reality of No Man's Sky seems to work both ways, because I've also experienced it the other way, where I saved, and when I reapproached the situation, the thing that I found was the same as as what I had previously thought I was going to. So I don't know how that's determined. I love my little ship. I love it. I cannot believe it. It has little landing lights. Do you see that? It has headlights. I'm growing fond of it. Okay, let's get up here. Pray that I'm not attacked by Cabbage Head. Seriously, that thing gives me the creeps. Required. Okay. So I don't need that for now. Hi. Okay. So, why do I mention all this? Because we're going to find out when we reach the crash site. We're going to get a little insight into this. The last time I reached a crash site, the ship was that very ship I had been looking at, the snub fighter. It just didn't have enough slots. It was filled with junk, and it actually removed a couple of slots for me. Oh. Okay, I need to look through these because I definitely need to... I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm not going to worry about that. I've got enough things to... Actually, you know what? It never hurts. If these things are persistent, it could really help with coming back to this world. And after all, this is a What's Play. I can do whatever I want, right? I love these puzzles. I love that they're simple. I'm sorry, but that's the truth. 9, 7. Now, not all of them are simple to me. This one is simple, and I love that. 9, 7. What? 9, 7, 8, 0. That doesn't seem right. What am I missing? This one's a little tricksy, but not very. I think this is it. This has got to be it, because the 7 follows the 9 on a loop in each of the instances except... Right. Yep. Okay. This, by the way, is the only way to get a local map. It is not persistent, but you do see it for a moment. And a ruin. I'm loving it. I love it. I want to just... I'm all about the lore. I love the ruins. And clearly, the stuff keeps going and going. You know, there's a lot to digest. Hello, little grasshopper ship. Oh! It's still, you know, I'm sure there will come a point where it doesn't feel nearly as cool and peppy and responsive. But, that time is not yet. And I wonder, when I finally do get the ship of my dreams, if I'm actually going to be a little disappointed, because it's definitely not going to be as responsive as this. It can't be. It's a freighter. Its handling isn't as good. It's got storage. So I don't know. I mean, maybe I'll have this thing for longer than I thought. We'll see what happens. All right, let's take a look. Ah, come on. There we go. So when we reach this site, oh, the ruins in between it. I guess we're gonna check it out. When we reach this site, if the ship design is this little grasshopper ship here, I will know that something is wonky. Slow down. To run the thing in the ground to get it to slow down. Let's see how she handles. Let's see how she lands. Not bad. Dropped unceremoniously on the ground where Cabbage Head could attack me at any instant. But am I correct that I have landed on the ruin? Oh, that's interesting. Okay, he's landed on this beam here. It's alright. I'll read the word list in a little bit because it's pretty funny. Ah! Come on. So the main point of these ruins is the knowledge stored up above. but you do have a couple of language kiosks each time. The sun is setting. There's another, well, Selena. There's another world in this system. I think it's a giant orange desert world. The other person who's explored this system has mapped it. I really want to find it again. I still haven't seen it yet. I don't quite understand whether the orbital mechanics of the planets. So here is a traditional ruin. Aha, there are two more. Okay. Watches. I may not read all the Gek words to you after all. It might not be as interesting to somebody else. Oops, ouch. Please don't shine your numinous centennial energy into my eye. Storage! 100 words. No surprise. Feels like it. I love my ship. Oh my gosh. Look, it can balance on the tiniest little bit. I mean, how is it doing that? It probably has anti-gravitron stable thrusters that are keeping it set in place. I think that's super excellent. Ah! Okay, sorry. I almost feel like I myself handle more dynamically now after buying the little grasshopper ship there. Okay, that's our goal. Not much for a running jump, but practice makes perfect. Okay. The ruins of Midumezfa. I'm actually fairly impressed with most of the generative language in the game so far. So, and so what I'm supposing, both in-game and otherwise, well, no, yeah, in-game, in deductive lore, my hypothesis, my deduction, my sense of things is that Atlas, as an entity, has mapped this galaxy from head to toe using its sort of default code, and that we, the no-men, our character, we are making our way through these worlds, resurveying them and imbuing them with a level of unexpectedness and idiosyncrasy that Atlas obviously cannot achieve except through us. I know, right? Oh my gosh, the ball rolled out of the way. That was really, I don't think I've seen that happen before. That was really weird. That's kind of crazy. Wow. Looking at the material and the optics of it, it's certainly no stretch to think that it is some kind of superconductive, metal or crystalline, like a crystalline metal that stores high-density information. All right, let's read this. The Vy'keen foolishly fought a war with no end. Again and again they threw their warriors against the iron tide, the Sentinels. The Sentinels singed Vy'keen flesh with laser. The Vy'keen scorched their foe with righteous fire. From the shadows, the first spawn watched and prepared to unleash their reckoning. That implies that there's a reckoning yet to come, and that the first spawn is not still lurking and watching. And if the eldritch infection we've seen in some of the derelict buildings is indeed the first spawn, then that would make sense. If not, I'm sure future ruins will tell us what's up. Come on. Lose. Okay. Poke orb. Fascinating. All right. Where are we? Oh, yes. Never too much thorium. I'm good. All right. Ah, come on. How do I board my ship? A Geokiv. A Geokiv. A Geokiv. A Geokiv. Hello, Sentinel. Oh, what? That's weird. You know what I didn't do? Is I didn't save my location anywhere in relation to that ruin. You know what? It's okay. Whatever. It's all good. There's one thing that I'm growing to enjoy about this game. What others in reviews have interpreted as sort of a meaninglessness, you know, that they may never come back to places, that no one might ever see them, which we definitely know is not true, given that I already share this solar system with another player who's named planets. Well, not planet. To his or her credit, I had not discovered the planet now known as Selena. I think I had seen it over the horizon, but I hadn't managed to reach it. Oh, all right. Yes, people will end up in the same places. People will see the fruits of your labor. I do wish the system had been named something different than the default name, but whatever. Come on. There's kind of a knack to landing, and I don't always have it. Sometimes I get it. When you land in a new and unexpected place, always rifle through anything left in the loading area. Look at that! Look at that! Ah! A Geokiv. A Geokiv. A Geokiv. Oh, look at that. Yeah, I don't know. Aha! Here are some fellows, but these guys are docile, as far as I remember. You'll know Cabbage Head when you see him. Incineration, super, great. The Gek, I tell you. Now, one thing that I don't know if I had made clear enough earlier was that there's a strong sort of insinuation that the Gek we know, you know, the servile traders lurking in these installations, are not the, you know, the Cthulhu Gek, the Spawn Gek. But it is also true that to be masters of commerce, as the Gek have become, is another way of conquering the universe. Sure, why not? I will probably never have a bolt caster, but a blueprint is a blueprint. Ah, yes, my kind of puzzle. I love it. I love it. I love it. These are the best. Uh-oh. Wow. Look at that over there. I mean, that's an even more extensive complex. At the very least, I need to name it. Or at least, you know. What was it that I don't even know what it added. I missed it. Ah! Okay. Look at that! Look at my ship! The Agiokiv! I swear, I may be stuck with crummy storage forever because I love my ship now. It's got a kind of a camouflage to it. This is what a gamer might name Owly McOwlgek. But Atlas named him Merchant Khan. So that's the market, but it's the market rate market. I'm not going to mess with it. I have other plans. And I believe that's it for here. Okay, so these are markets. I get it. I get it. I'm getting a hang of what. Come on. What? Thank you. I wonder if I can fly into this cave. I know for a fact I can't. That's okay. Somewhere around here, there is a giant camp. I really want to find it. Come on, giant camp. Where are you? Let's try this trick. There she is. Ha 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 ha. All right. All I really need to do here is capture the flag. But look at this place, though. This is actually a wonderful little complex. Thorium. Do I need thorium? I'm full. Oh, geez, I really am almost full. I'll tell you what I can do is a bit of this stuff. Use up your earthamium whenever you can, because you can get it just by idly flying up into the sky for a minute. Hyperdrive, no worries. Launch thruster. It's going to take me a little time to get used to the new positions of things. See, my engines are in a couple different places. I wish I could move these around. Oh well, whatever. It's alright. I won't hold it against you, Agiokiv. It's not your fault. His Wegnir post. Okay. Now, if I don't go into these, so I'll never be back here. This much is true. Probably. If I did come back here, I would instantly leave upon seeing that it is a place I had explored. But that assumes that I have done there everything I needed to or wanted to. So it kind of behooves me, if I do land, to do everything I can. Uh-oh, these are out of order. Hold on. Alright. My pages of geck words filling up quickly, but also I forgot to number them. You know, the color scheme, I choose to find it a bit poetic, and perhaps there's even like a reason. Okay, so like maybe the same sort of manufacturing cycle or process that created these habitats also created the Ageakiv. I need another name. The grasshopper. I'm going to call it the grasshopper. So basically I have to check all these out. Not even looking, am I? I mean, a lot of that stuff is... I think my shield's fine. A lot of that stuff is... Ah! Well, I mean, it feels like I'm running all the time, but then again, I generally hate first-person games. Forgot what I was saying. It's alright. Acoustical beacon can be heard through the operations terminal. It repeats at intervals of 12 seconds. I feel compelled to work out the pattern of its encryption. Locate the ship. Oh my. 2 ships. Alright. I mean, okay. You know what this is a sign. I'm gonna take this 80, 71, oh my god. I'm gonna get out the calculator for this one. 50s, ay. 1 second here. While okay, let's stare at the screen. This is like a 2-minute break. Okay. 80, 71, 63, 56, 8765, 0136. I don't know, man. It's not 50. What? Wait. Oh, 87654. 8. My guess would be 48. I really actually want to get this right. But you know what? Well, 6 is not even. Odd, odd, even, even. Ugh. I hate math. Seriously, I hate it. 80 minus 71. Oh, come on. 80 minus 71. Shoot. Aha, okay, I got it. 80 minus 71 is 9. 71 minus 63 is 8. 63 minus 56 is 7. 56 minus 49 is 7, so it's 48. Not bad, but I tell you, this one is the hardest. I like these to be. What? What? What did I do wrong? Doesn't matter. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Alright, fine. What I was gonna do, now I'm peeved. What I was gonna do is if a second ship showed up, I was gonna take that as a sign, as I was starting to say, before I failed. As a sign that I could leave. Look, there's like blue highlights in this that come out in the orange. Hello, grasshopper. Alright, I was going to take this as a sign and leave, and go up to the space station now. And just trust that if I needed to find these things someday, I could come down and find them. But, you know what? Now I'm peeved, and I just want to get to the site after all. Because that should have worked. I don't know what I did wrong. Oh well, whatever. I don't care. Sure, I'll run into it again. And you know what? I don't usually talk to these guys. Just sad. I mean, I know they're lonely, but usually they want me to feed them oxide, and I do so. And nothing seems to happen. Like, it doesn't say that my reputation or my standing increases with the Gek at all. And meanwhile, oh, hello! How are you? Oh, it's good to see you again. Alright. That's ridiculous, huh? Oh, jeez, it's hard to get in. I have to look up at him to get in there. Alright. Ageokiv. 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 Yeah, I don't know. Okay, grasshopper. Alright, we are still searching for the ship. I did capture the flag, didn't I? I did grab the beacon, didn't I? I think I did. Sorry. At least we're getting closer. Communication received. Follow signal to life form. Hold on a second. Outpost. My gosh, this is great. I actually really hope all this stuff stays. That's how hard it is to find your way around. I think I was saying a little earlier, and I didn't finish my comment, that 708 trading post. I don't know what all this stuff is. No, forget it. Never mind. It's really hard to find your way around on these planets because there are no enduring, I'm not gonna get used to where the thrusters are. There's no enduring landmarks, which I think is due to a flattening effect of living for hundreds of thousands of years under the ever-continuing war between the Sentinels, well, between the three major factions. At any rate, if these quests persist when I go up to the space station, that means that I can come back down to the planet later. The other reason I'm doing all this stuff, though, is just to... I did not check for Cabbage Head. It's okay. Well, tell you what. Engines are good. Oh, man. See, I don't like having my thrusters separated like that. Oh, this one's locked. It's okay. Not gonna go in. Almost everyone ends up on the bad side of the Sentinels by busting into these facilities, but that's not my game. Yep, I feel really good about this ship. Really do. Oh, see now, wait. I am going to, for a moment, follow these guys. Come on, where are you guys at? Come on, where are you? There you go. They're probably, first of all, headed for a, What's going on? What's not working? Why is this not working? I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Well, the reason I was following them, alright, forget it, is that the other ship of my heart was among the crew. If you follow a group of ships like that, you eventually end up at a spaceport. They all seem to fly there, which is nice. I'm not sure why my speed keeps decreasing. that's a long ways. Alright. It's not gonna work. Jeez, this is ridiculous. 22 minutes to get there? This is absurd. Ah, I just forgot something. I feel actually rather silly. This, pretty sure, is Akarazai, the world on which we, this character, found ourselves awake for the first time, because I believe Kainadren is in the upper or the lower atmosphere. Yeah, right there. So this guy must be Akarazai. Anyway, yeah, that's right. Anyway, what am I doing? I'm going up in the air, and the reason I'm going straight up, trying to go straight up, aha! Note, that is an asteroid. If I turn around again, I can travel tippy. I can travel much more quickly, in theory. So I'm gonna just skip over this stuff, get to this crash ship, and see what the deal is. I think it's going to be pretty anticlimactic. Or it'll be a version of this very ship with like twice the slots. I don't know. It may or may not give us opportunity to contemplate the nature of generative game design. Wow, music just changed. I think it's because I'm in the upper atmosphere. Come on. Gegkurag. That's right. I swear to you, Gegkurag is not fooling around. I've watched a bunch of videos. I mean, you know, I've watched videos of people, like professional game players, and, you know, who have explored dozens of worlds, and I haven't really seen someone... I've seen, you know, there's a lot of difficult stuff, but, but I haven't yet seen, jeez. God! Navigation! Alright, probably what I'm supposed to do is keep my target on the icon and let autopilot do the rest. That's hard enough to do. Anyway, I just haven't seen a world... I've seen prettier worlds, and we're going to actually end our session at one of them, at Kainadren. But I haven't seen ones as dense with monoliths, with relatively accessible ore, etc. So, why did it seems like it actually got farther away? I don't understand that at all. I'm gonna try and be in the zone here for a minute. Thank you. It's actually nice that we're getting an opportunity to mess with this. Sure, I'm burning through some fuel here. Oh, come on. All right. Slow myself down the hard way. Oh, nice. Let's stop. Ah! It's alright. It's alright. Undiscovered. Cabbage Head? Cabbage Head, are you going to eat me? Cabbage Head, please stay away. I swear to you, that's going to be funny until Cabbage Head eats me the moment I jump out of my pod like grasshopper. It's like a one-winged grasshopper. Nope, not meaning to do that. Meaning instead to do this. Ah! Getting tired. I'm gonna stop soon. And that is as it should be. For tomorrow, we return to the workaday world. But not without remembering that another part of us is in another place, another time. I'm not stopping right now. I just felt like I had to capture that moment. Okay. Front of the complex is not apparently in the back. Let's check this one out. I love it. I really love that the color scheme, I'm just fascinated by that the color scheme of the grasshopper matches the color scheme here on, like, does that mean that that the Aegea Chief was built here? Where are the shipyards? I want to know. Okay, finally, we are starting to see multi-tools on offer. When that opened up, I kid you not, for a good 3/4 of a second, I could have sworn it said Marceau Duchamp. Marceau Duchamp. You know who I mean. Anyway, let's compare these. 8 slots, that is, in theory, an improvement. Here's the problem. I don't use... So Boltcaster is... so a multi-tool is your gun. It does several things, as we all know. But you never know. Someone might be watching this that doesn't know. It mines and it shoots. It shoots bolts. It casts bolts out from its barrel at high speed. Gamers want bolt casters. I really don't. I just don't want to go there. Now, because I cannot modify these items, because I cannot uninstall modules, 8 slots with 2 open and all these other doodads. I mean, I have a boltcaster, which I don't want to use, won't ever use. This enhancement for it that I don't want to use. Grenade launcher could be useful because you can dig your way out of mines in that way, but 2 slots and 44,000. Let's compare them just for fun. I'm full in my slots, but I'd have to install my secondary scanner, my range boost, and apparently my analysis visor, which is really strange that it's not on any of these. Just not going to worry about it. I will not worry about it until it makes sense to do so. That right there is where Grasshopper belongs. Sitting handsomely on a helipad. But it also does well. Come on. Run, run, run. Cabbage Head could pop out from anywhere. All this for the word tiring. I'm full. Alright. Although, hold on a second. Okay, that's okay. I was deciding whether or not to mine. This is really a distraction and a diversion, but as I said, I need to grab these things. People love their boltcasters. I need to grab these things now because I'm never coming back. I may come back as a way station. You know, tell you what. It doesn't cost anything, right? What is it? Titanium. You know what though? I have titanium and I have exactly the amount that I want. So, all right. Oh, look, there's a planet rise. Is that, what is that? That's interesting. All right. We are here for a reason. Let's get it over with. Wait. Where the heck? It's like right below us or something. All right. There's another one. It's just amazing. Like, yes, I mean, it seems almost a no-brainer that this ship was built here because coloration is the same. There we are. I think that's wonderful. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2. Whoop. It's alright. Now these guys, as creepy as they are supposedly docile, and none's ever bothered me, so... Well, I'm gonna say I am relieved, on a quantum level, that the crashed ship is of a design that I had not been intending to purchase. Thank you. Destination reached. Yes, we can share this world, can't we? We can. Please tell Cabbage Head. Fascination bead. I do find them fascinating. Alright. Now here's what happens. Nice that the engines are still running. I mean, I guess that at least means the power is active. So you have two things. You have a pod, a distress beacon. It's a Gek distress beacon, interestingly enough. That gives you a puzzle that is easy to fail. I'm not very good at getting them right. It seems independent from checking out the ship itself, so I'll go ahead and do it. It is a cool beacon. Clearly down by an attack from a superior vessel. The ship's interior is a charred mess of burnt metal and debris. It feels like it could fall apart at any moment. Fix her up. The craft shudders as I head to the cockpit where its black box projects footage of the ship's purpose and final moments. Interesting. A diplomatic vessel attacked by a vigilante warrior race. Wars have been started by less. This craft is likely sorely missed by its people. That's interesting. Huh. Wow. I might actually save a screenshot of that. Partially because it relates to this Gek lore. Okay, I'm sorry. Partially because it relates to this Gek lore. I hope that worked. I hope you're still there. I hope the video is still going, etc., etc. We're going to boost the homing signal. Can't yet tell you why. That's interesting. The homing beacon signal intensifies. I receive a reward instantly. Okie doke. That was strange. You're standing with the Gek. Do I learn a word? No, and that's okay. Komoto Sugin S93. It is a cool ship. This ship, I believe, is actually pink. No? You know, I don't know. This is neat. It's a cool ship. But let's check the slots. So, yeah, let's check the slots. Last time I did this, well, I wasn't tempted. Now that's, wow, okay, 19 slots, but look at how packed it is with garbage. 19 slots with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fewer slots than I have live available. So to me, the thing is, it simply makes no sense that you cannot decommission slots. That's like a simple fix, and you know, even if there's a cost to it, I think it makes sense for that to be a future feature, and I really hope that it is. But as it stands, you would never trade this out because you would actually lose space. So no need to even compare. Farewell, Komoto Sugin S93. I hope you find your way to where you're going. We are heading to the space station. So, my plan is to go to the space station, trade what I have, and then land on Kainadren, and then end at that point. Alright. And we should be able to see from there whether or not the many beacons... Oh, that's beautiful, actually, because we flew a long way, so we've now got a cluster. I think that's wonderful. I really hope that stuff's persistent. I think it should be. Or, I mean, it'd be nice if you could toggle it on and off, but wayfinding in this game is really difficult so far. Look at... Oh, yeah. I thought that was a planet up there, but no, it's actually the top of Grasshopper. This world... Oh, wow, that just popped up. Oh! What? Why did it take a second to pop up? Whatever. Anyway, maybe I was hallucinating. Is that, that can't be Kainadren. That has to be Akara Azai. Akara Azai. We need to look at our system manifest here. Kainadren, Akara Azai. In the system of Informalocopy. About as generative as it gets. So funny. Okay. I'm going to quickly scan the horizon. There we go. That, I believe... God. Get... Ugh. Tippy. Ah! That... is Kainadren, I believe. Yes, I'm positive, actually. So this has to be Akara's Eye. But I have something else in mind. Without using a single bit of thorium. I'm sorry, of what's it called? Jeez, thamium. Why is it not called thorium? It's all a little arbitrary. Why can I only go at a 50-degree angle? Something's up. Aha! Thank you. 90-degree angle, that's what I want. Towards this nebula, which seems to be, my supposition is, the heart of the nebula that this system is in. That, resolving in the distance, is an asteroid. That means we have reached the upper atmosphere. So that's weird. Like it's shooting, but I don't see the actual beam. So I don't know what's up with that at all. Is it like, does it not work or something? Alright, I'm really confused. Phase beam. Something had better work. Thank you. Oh, so I guess we weren't up high enough. Alright. Yeah, that's nice. Okay, I like it. Oh, that's interesting. See, I mean, I guess that zooms in for not hand-to-hand, ship-to-ship combat. Well, we're actually good for thamium, although we may as well stock up because worst case scenario we sell it. Let's look around. This is probably something like nickel. Not something we have to worry about. Oh, come on. Thank you. Yeah, okay, that's a nice gun. It's just that I don't need the, I guess it's just so fast. I'm gonna try something here. Something a little strange. Should, yeah, huh, aha, that's what I wanted to do. This is how you create an asteroid space station. Anyway, alright. Okay. Space station. Wow, it just moved. You ready? That's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. All in one fairly close spot. It's interesting. So they are at the moment still active. I think that's neat. Okay, lining this up. I would like it if, like with a lot of things, I'd like it if there was stickiness. Like if when you aimed, it snapped too. Is that too much to ask? Beautiful. Oh yeah. Now what will be interesting is to see whether or not the other ship I love still shows up, and to see whether or not this ship in a different design shows up. I think it won't, because you can't rebuy your own ship. But the other one I love, I really hope it, that's the question. What it implies is once someone buys a ship, it's gone. It's out of the market, right? So, oh, that's interesting. Huh, that's actually kind of cool because you can see where the planet is that way. All right. Now, we'll see if they make liars out of me. A liar out of me. Fascination bead. Not bad. I'm looking for... So see, Chrysanite, it's 96% up. Nothing else like that. That's okay. Sometimes there is. Pretty positive I have the one I don't want to sell in my cargo bay. Oops. Okay. Yes, so, excuse me, so I can sell that. I like, by the way, the Fascination Bee from a lore perspective. Golden metal sphere used to temporarily increase the processing power of electronic life forms. If it is true that we, the Nomen, the main character, are in fact Korvax, we would be fascinated by that item. I can't believe this got permanently named the Infocalapi system. Like, that player is probably long gone now towards the center of the galaxy. And the name is almost like camouflage. Come on. Okay. Wait, that's weird. I'm saving this platinum. I'm not entirely sure why. Okay. Ready to trade. Don't yet see Informalocopalopi. I don't believe it. Okay. This can go. Not bad. Back to where I was, at least. Before buying the grasshopper. Keeping this because it was in the case at the crash site where I started. But ultimately... Alright, so now the only thing I'm doing here is hanging out to determine whether or not... you know what? Actually, there's something... I'm also looking for a sale. Oh good, someone's coming. I'm also looking for a sale on an element I need for my hyperdrive, which is a warp cell. You know, I could just buy warp cells, couldn't I? So if I find a sale on warp cells, I just may buy a warp cell. By sale, I mean... like, Chrysonite apparently is here. See, I don't see warp cell for sale at all. I think you're, you know, obviously you're supposed to build them. I wonder if they're for sale on the main system. I know that's not the one. Ah, come on. Nobody here but us computers. Interesting. No. No. Okay, that's fine. I'll build my own warp cells. Sure, that's what I'm supposed to do anyway. Ouch. Alright, we don't know. I haven't seen my friend yet. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about it for now. I'm not going to obsess with the future, because I have here the grasshopper, and Grasshopper and I are going to have some adventures before I need much more cargo space. I've gotten this far with exactly as much cargo space as I have, and I've learned that really I only need a few basic elements. Oh, look at that! The cockpit sort of like swings open and closed, and you can hop right in. It's cool. But I do think of that other ship as kind of like a bird of the feather. So, you know, I don't know. It's going to be tricky. It's a tricky question, whether or not I want to switch. Like I say, by the time that's even a question, a realistic question, maybe I will have gained the respect of the Gek to such an extent that the price and the number of slots is unbeatable. But until then, oh, okay, no, yeah, this is another one. Until then, it's time to go one last place before I end, and that is a planet that I discovered. It was like the last one second to last one I explored, and it's beautiful. It's not nearly as resource rich, but it is gorgeous, and it has amazing kind of fungus-based creatures that live on it. So we're going to check it out. And it is now called Kainadren. Gek X is a lifeless rock. Meanwhile, is that it? I think that's it. Kainadren. Alright, and you know what I mainly want to do here over the work week is take a break from the heavy lore and just map some locations and creatures here. So let's check it out. Whoops, don't want to do that. I was trying to look up in my cockpit, but move my target. I want my target to be essentially the dead center of the planet. Oops, gosh, that might be way off. I assume, you know, the conceit would be that you're locked onto the gravitational center of a given planet. So unlike many planets, it's an amazingly forgiving planet. The water is not poisonous or 700 degrees. There we are. And there are floating rocks. How cool is that? Alright. We're going fast. We need to find somewhere to land. Anywhere will do. So how about here? Oh, come on. Coolwood Valley. Look at the grass. Oh, what's that question mark? It's not like arrive in 10 seconds. So that's the flag. It's funny. It's not the banner, although it seems kind of like it is. There we go. The symbol is an interesting one. And gold. Wonderful. Oh wait. Ah, shoot. He's checking out The grasshopper! Submissive. Go forth. I love this. I love Kainadren. Kainadren. I guess it would be Kainadren. Anyway, whatever. So we're here. Look. They're fast. I think there's a little baby there too. I think they think the grasshopper's an animal or something. Anyway, we're gonna stop for now. But I hope this has been fun. There's some neat things to explore on Kainadren. But for the moment, I'm just going to head up here. And say thank you for joining me on this last long, relatively long for me, Let's Play No Man's Sky. I hope you've enjoyed exploring as much as me. This is Heath Rezabeck, signing off. Whoops.